thank the gentleman who rise in opposition to the conference report, precisely because it is about our troops. The bill that left this chamber with broad bipartisan support was 100% about our troops. And it is precisely now why it is only 80% about our troops. And we should not allow for that 20% reduction to delude us that somehow this is a better bill. I had the opportunity today to read in the DetroitFreePress.com that the Treasury Department had said that $10 billion in loan guarantees to auto manufacturing suppliers was a non-starter. They didn't have it. I come here tonight, I hear that we have $108 billion for the IMF. This is not only about our troops, it is about the hardworking men and women that put money into the federal government, not only to defend our troops, to defend their own way of life and their own prosperity, and to make sure that it's here when they get back. The $108 billion off to the IMF, I did not hear of anyone at the IMF losing their job in a painful restructuring. I did not hear of anyone at the IMF being asked to take a reduction in their lifetime of hard-earned health care benefits. I did not see anyone lose anything from the IMF for $108 billion underwriting by the U.S. taxpayers. But I did see back home in Detroit for $85 billion. I saw people lose their jobs under a painful restructuring. I saw retirees lose health care benefits. I saw dealerships close, and I was told this was necessary. I was told by this administration, we got to be careful not to put money in a sinkhole. Well, this is also about equity. When those troops come home, when they come home to the Midwest, when they come home to my Michigan, I will look them in the eye and say, as long as I have been here, I have defended and supported our troops. But I have also made sure that when you came home, you came back to the American opportunities that you left behind to defend us. And as for the future the majority leader has talked about, I don't have to speculate. Let me read you a quote. If people tell you that we cannot afford to invest in education or health care or fighting poverty, you just remind them that we are spending $10 billion a month in Iraq. And if we can spend that much money in Iraq, I ask for 30 additional seconds.
Gentleman's time has expired. He seeks more time.
Just a minute.
Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to yield the gentleman additional minute.
Gentleman is recognized.
You just remind them that we are spending $10 billion a month in Iraq, and if we can spend that much money in Iraq, we can spend some of that money right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and in big cities and small towns in every corner of this country. That was candidate Barack Obama. I would never take money from funds appropriated for our troops for domestic spending. I have said that before. But if you're going to add $108 billion to a fund a conference report for our troops, then spend it here in the United States. Spend it on the men and women who support our troops every day and their families so they stay employed. Do not send it to the IMF. I oppose this bill. I yield back.